welcome then to the inside of an Audi RS3. You join me on a small circuit in Wales, and behind me is a BMW M140i.
So this, everyone, is the BMW M140i, and it was, and it still is, the bargain hot hatch of the moment. And let me tell you why it's not just a hot hatch, it's a super hatch, because it's front engined and it's rear wheel drive. 335 horsepower, it's got the straight six turbocharged engine, and I'm going to be chasing Matt in the new Audi RS3.
The advantage plays into the RS3's hands. This is, if you like, the midlife facelift of the RS3. It's got more power, it's got less weight, 400-ish horsepower, 394 of the Queen's horsepower, which it gets from its 5-cylinder engine, which now has an aluminium block rather than an iron block. Weight is down by 26 kilos, and of course that's all in the nose. So it's quite handy in balancing up the weight distribution between front and rear.
Now, I think Matt's probably going to be quicker than me because, well, he's going to have the traction advantage of a four-wheel drive car, but he won't be having more fun because this is rear-wheel drive and it will do big skids, and I enjoy big skids.
Still drives through a 7-speed twin-clutch transmission, which can put between 50 and 100% of power to the back if it wants to. And this monsters it in terms of 0 to 60 times. You know, it's a sub 4 seconds, 0 to 60. Sub 4, that's fast, isn't it, for what is a hot hatchback? It is a £44,000 car. Now, that is quite a lot more than the 140i behind us.
Price-wise, again, that thing is so much more expensive. These things are £31,000. Gearbox is all right. Sometimes you need to have a couple of stabs at getting this ZF8 speed to get the cog you want, but there we are. Beautiful. Bit of oversteer. Oh, I could do this all day. Already he's gone because he's got so much more grip than me, but I'm going to catch him up. Hang on. Here we go.
Makes a great sound, doesn't it? Makes peak power between 5.8 and 7,000. It's a really characterful engine. I'm really glad that despite these days of ever-tightening emissions standards, I like the fact that now it's persisting with this really grunty 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine. It's been very easy to, downsize it, strap a bigger turbo on, but they have not done that. It's a low second gear corner there, I'd probably feel a bit of understeer kicking in, but crikey, it's responsive. Oh, and on the way out, that is not bad. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted there by the fact that an Audi handles.
Turn late, hold off the throttle, wipers on. Okay, onto the main straight, and he does pull away a bit, but not by as much as I thought he was going to. Hang on, I reckon I can brake later. Yeah, I definitely can. Okay, so he's definitely got a grip advantage. There's a small power advantage down the straight, but I haven't seen him apply one bit of corrective lock yet, so he's definitely not having as much fun as me. You've just got to be really delicate. Take a bit of curb, not be too aggressive on the throttle, try and get the weight, maybe short shift, use the torque over the curb.
What's interesting, I've just let Mauro catch up a bit, and then through this complex, as this thing just grips and goes, it just pulls out yards over the 140i, and in these conditions, unsurprisingly, you can just forget about the two as a timed comparison. This would walk away from it all day long.
I would definitely put a diff on this car. You can get it with a BMW LSD. It's much nicer to drive. The handling is much sweeter with the LSD. The breakaway is a bit more progressive. Though in the wet today, I have to be honest, I'm not really noticing a lack of LSD because it hasn't got loads of grip anyway, so it's quite easy to get those wheels spinning and turn in. Come on, use the weight transfer. So the trick is get the weight off those back wheels on the way into the corner, and then come on, Matt, I'm catching you, baby.
Just got this 140i completely sideways in my mirrors. I've just eased off a bit to let him catch up. I could probably drive at about 6 or 7 tenths and keep it behind me, but you are fighting a bit always the understeer, I'll be honest. It's still about managing that front end, even if you'll just turn in. I suppose in a higher grip condition I'd be able to turn in a bit faster, maybe use the momentum of the car to turn it around a bit, but in these conditions it's still mostly around the front end, but you can feel the rear coming into play.
This is a good car. Bearing in mind, you could easily just take the family in here. I've got a 5-year-old. I get him, all of his junk, his bike, his footballs, his boots, everything in the boot. But then I can still bring it to a track day like this today and have a laugh. Brakes are really good. The pedal's going slightly long now, but I have done 5 or 6 laps trying to keep up with Matt in the much faster, much more powerful Audi RS3. He's definitely quicker than me. I say he's definitely quicker than me. His car's quicker than my car.
Every time I look in my mirrors, the BMW has got an angle on it. And there's something to be said for that, isn't there? If you want in slightly crummy conditions to go from one place to another faster than you possibly think, I'd just ease the other end of the straight and I'm already down the end of it. And have a bit of fun on the way. This is the car to have. But I suspect the conclusion being drawn, probably 200 yards away from me now, is that you might be having more fun in a naturally balanced 50-50 6-cylinder rear-wheel drive, something you'd call a sports coupe rather than a mega hatchback.
Yeah, this thing it's good fun. They've always been great fun, BMW. I mean, this isn't a Trem car, but you can do transitions like that. I just love that rear-wheel drive front engine balance. It's just tipping on and off the edge of grip. And to me, sports cars, they should be rear-wheel drive. I love the engagement you get from a rear-wheel drive car. That RS3 is absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant car. As an engineering piece, it's fantastic. But it's not all about how fast you're going. I'm definitely having more fun in here. Would I buy one of these? Yeah, I think I would. It does everything I need from a hatchback, but it's amazing fun when you turn it up.
So there we go. There is the verdict from the Sideways Meister. He's having quite a lot of fun. I mean, I was having a bit of fun. Not sure I was having quite as much fun as he seemed to be. Horses for courses. I could see why you'd have one of these. Really see why you would have one of these, because it's nice. It's lovely inside. It's good outside. Makes a good noise. The overall victory goes to the Audi. Moral victory, perhaps, goes to the ultimate driving machine. Maybe.